All right. So this is the start of the newest episode, and so I want to go ahead and, of course, do a goals ramble like I always do. Talk about where we're at, what our resource stacks are looking like, and where we're going from here. So if you watched the end of the last episode, you'll know we're going to hop into some fishing here pretty soon, but I actually wanted to get my hands on a large enchanted mining sack first. So I need to grind out about 35k more coal, which shouldn't take me more than 30 minutes, maybe 45 at the most if I'm super lazy about it. So we're going to get that done. We've got, of course, the beautiful mithril drill here. I put compact and refined on it because enchanted resources add so well to collection, and they're just so useful. And eventually, I'll be using this for mithril grinding, so it'll be useful, at the end of the day as well. The mining wisdom, of course, helps a little bit too. So yeah, we'll be working on that pretty considerably. It's nice to watch, sort of the amounts of things stack up in here over time, things that I'm really not even grinding towards, just managing to stack up as I go through the game. It's pretty awesome. Not going to worry about the combat sack right now. Honestly, it's perfectly serving its purpose. It's not filling up, so we don't need to worry about the size at the moment. So I'm not going to. And one of the reasons as well why I'm working on the large enchanted mining sack is because since we are doing fishing, we're going to hopefully try to push towards clownfish collection 4 as soon as possible to unlock the sack of sacks. Get some space in there. I've got the expansions through the community store, so I'll have plenty of room to store the items that I'm holding on to at the moment. Hoping to get some more sacks in the future, but there's not anything at the moment that's particularly pressing, except perhaps a husbandry sack. But that would require sheep grinding and sheep minions, and that may just have to be another episode. So, yeah, just basically need to get my mithril gear out here. Working on continuing to get those resources stacked up that we need. It's going to be a mining and fishing focused episode, but don't be surprised if at some point you see me doing something completely different, because I really do just love to go with the flow, do whatever the hell feels like, oh, hey, you know what, this would be fun right now to do for the video. So that's probably how it's going to be for a long time. There will be times, of course, where I focus very specifically on certain things. I think when the combat grind really swings into full gear, that'll be around the time when I start really zeroing in on specific things, right? Because mining will be at the point where you can generate us some cash. We can use that cash to get into Slayer and start putting together minions to help generate either some passive money or some passive resources as well. I appreciate those who commented on the last video and let me know about the Revenant minion setup. That will be something very useful for me. I'm going to need a ton of resources relating to rotten flesh and revenants. So I will definitely be getting that set up really as soon as I can. I mean, it's not a fast endeavor to work up to the point where you can have a decently upgraded Revenant minion, but it is definitely an achievable thing, relatively early on, especially if you're getting help from other Ironmen or from other people of a similar level, bashing the hell out of tier 3s to level up and such. It can go a long way. I've already stacked up a good little bit of Viscera as well as some of the tarantula and wolf resources as well. Wolf resources will really be using to make a shaman sword. I don't think that we'll grind out a pooch sword. I mean, we'll see how I feel about it, but one of our big moves for mining is going to be, of course, working towards sorrow, which will also be our magic find set later in the game. So it has, of course, multiple uses. Blaze Slayer as well, I suppose, too. But we'll have to grind that out at some point, especially considering just the size of the upgrade that it is and how important it will be later on. And the best way to do Sorrow on an early game Ironman is with Mastiff Armor and a Pooch Sword. So that'll be the approach that I take, which is going to mean that there will be plenty of Wolf Slayer as well as other work, like lots of foraging in the future. Because for those who don't know, Mastiff Armor is based off of Growth Armor, and Growth Armor requires it. It's basically the exact same formula for making any normal chest plate, legs, etc., but it's all stacks of enchanted dark oak wood. So that will be just a little taste of the grind that I'll have to do eventually to get all the wood singularities you need for maxing everything out, because I do eventually plan to do things like making a thick scorpion foil and whatnot. It's just more fun that way. I really enjoy maxing things out at least as much as possible, and I think that Iron Man is offering a unique experience for me in that regard. So yeah, I think I've rambled on enough about what we're going towards and what we're working on in this episode. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the Iron Man evolves over the next couple of days and what kind of goals we can achieve. This definitely isn't really clip worthy, but I just kind of thought it was cool. I caught a Moby Duck at like right before fishing level 9. So just gonna age that for a while. Not even gonna worry about the time pocket right now. I will get into the Rift soon. Believe me, there will be a whole episode, maybe even 2 episodes dedicated to it. Though I would love to see like one mega episode of me doing the Rift. I feel like that would be really cool. If you're hearing this and you're like, holy shit, that sounds awesome, definitely let me know down in the comments if you're like, that'd be my thing. But yeah, super hyped on this Moby Duck. Just gonna let that sucker age for a minute, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hour of 30 fishing wisdom, because obviously, the permanent bonus is nice, but there's 30 minutes of fishing wisdom for an hour. So the question is, how long should I hold on to this for? Maybe I'll use it during like the next cherry that I can do, or figure out exactly where the maximum amount of XP I can get through water fishing is. Perhaps a barn fishing hour will do the trick. But yeah, that's an interesting treasure to catch right off the bat. Right now, we're working on rusty coins, getting belt buckles, obviously, too. And, boots would be nice as well, but those are much rarer. Really just want the rusty coins so I can get myself a challenging rod and then get the bayou set up. And I think there's a junk talisman that I'll be wanting to work towards, too. So yeah, we'll keep going on that. I wanted to give a little update on some of what we've got going on. So, of course, we've been fishing a bunch. We've got the good old rod here. We've got a busted belt buckle, a bouncy beach ball, and 3 rusty coins so far. So that's nice. Of course, we got the Moby Duck from the last clip, and then the enchanted mining sack came a while ago as well. Right now, I've got these buckets here because we're going to be working on getting fishing minions set up. I'm probably going to replace 2 of the redstone minions. In fact, I might replace 3 of them and just have this one with the super compactor keep going, because I do intend to manually grind redstone for a while from now on. It is a considerable amount of redstone needed, and so it probably just makes sense to juice my mining fortune and do pure ores in order to try to get that. But for now, we're going to get 2 fishing minions down to work on those collections. I want my sack of sacks, I want my fishing sack, etc. So that'll be something to work towards. Other than that, we just got enchanting 30 and then enchanting 31, so that's nice, giving us some good starter cash there, giving us access. I can't do it right now because my don't have 200 levels to reset, but giving us access to, I believe it's the 4th experiment in the table. So we'll keep working towards the highest level experiment and hope that we get some metaphysical serums for the extra bonus clicks and things like that. But for now, we're just going to keep plugging away at fishing so that we can pivot back to mining again once we manage to get our fishing minions down. All right, so we finished our little fishing detour. We got our collections up a good bit. We got our fishing up to 12, almost over halfway to 13. And then also got 2 fishing minions set up on the island, and we just unlocked our 10th minion slot, so we'll be working on that as well. Super exciting. And then we're taking another break as well to do some jungle wood collection to work on the minion, of course, because we want more minion slots. But then also on top of that, one thing that we're going to want at some point is a jungle axe. So that might be something that we do now, might be something we do later. But for the most part, I didn't even have this collection unlocked yet, and that felt a little bit criminal. So we're just taking care of that, working away at trying to get towards enchanted jungle wood, upgrading the minion, and then eventually we'll make a jungle axe. The jungle axe is the precursor to the tree cap, and at that point, if I make a jungle axe, I'll probably just turn around and make a tree cap right after, which means end node grinding. There's a lot of benefit to be had from, the grind that has to take place to do that. So don't be surprised if in the next clip or the next couple of clips, you suddenly see me with a jungle axe and obsidian grinding. But for now, the goal is to do a little bit of this and then work on getting some storages for our fishing minions, maybe a foraging stack soon as well. Hey, what's up everybody, Invisible Nitrix here. So I wanted to take this opportunity to try out something that a friend and commenter and viewer Legend Whiteout had pointed out to me, which was the idea of doing a time lapse. So thank you very much, my friend, for the idea. We're definitely going to see how that works. Let me know down in the comments if you guys like little things like this where it's sort of me in the background narrating and yapping a little bit. And then there's a time lapse of some of the grinds that I'm undergoing. But while I have you here, we should talk a little bit about why I did this and why I stopped doing it, more importantly. So I hopped to do it because obviously I wanted to get to 25k enchanted obsidian, or 25k obsidian collection for Tree Capitator. But then, if you notice at the end of the time lapse, just for a moment, I checked the tree cap recipe, realized that I need 512 enchanted obsidian, and decided that end nodes was not going to get me that at any reasonable amount of time. So what we're going to do instead is probably endstone defenders, which is also going to help, or endstone defenders, gosh darn it, obsidian defenders, as well as endstone protectors, because I need those crystals, but mostly obsidian protectors or whatever, trying to get enchanted obsidian collection off of them. And then also I will be grinding zealots while I do that so that we can get the summoning eyes that we need to start working on dragon armors. Dragon armors, as well as an aspect of the dragons, is going to be a huge buff for me. And then on top of that, I really want to get the Ender Pearl collection for an aspect of the end. That's got to be some of the best quality of life in the entire game. I mean, the ability to teleport is just like so broken. So I will definitely be working towards that as soon as humanly possible, if I'm being completely honest, because I am getting a little bit tired of having sort of my lack of endgame QOL that I'm used to on my other account. It is certainly tough existing without sacks, existing without, well, kind of all of the things that make an endgame account nice. But yeah, these are kind of the various things that made me decide, okay, you know, I'm going to take another detour from what I'm doing here. We're going to hop into the combat and then probably get some more mining done before the end of this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this little time lapse. Let me know what you think. If it should be longer, if it should be shorter, if you want me to yap more, if you want me to yap less. I'm always down to hear you guys' feedback. So I appreciate you. Yo, we just hit a huge milestone. Skyblock level 40. Got the white level prefix. I actually have a color behind my name now, which is dope. And then also we got the pristine emblem, which, I mean, I don't have any other good emblems, so I'll probably throw that one on. But yeah, and then also we get basic human rights, so that's pretty sweet. All right, y'all, we've got something exciting from the Forger today. A little titanium talisman. Boom, very nice. And then some more refined mithril, a little refined titanium to add to the collection. But the titanium talisman is actually so nice. 15 mining speed goes farther than most people would think, especially when you're at those real low levels. So that'll be good. We'll continue working on fusing it up. And then, of course, bam, 5 Skyblock XP. Ever since we got 40, it's like, oh my god, I forgot. There's colors and there's prefixes and there's, oh, I need to grind Skyblock levels now. So I'm like full, like head first into the idea of going kind of crazy on the Skyblock level. So expect to see some minion grinds soon. Expect to see me, you know, working on just like some random stuff. Like, why would he do that? Because it gives Skyblock XP. But yeah, excited about the Titanium Talisman. I believe the next one requires 6 refined titanium, then the last one requires 12, which is just oof. But yeah, we'll be working on getting that refined titanium as fast as we can. I'm sure that there are other things that it would be more intelligent to invest them in, but I am not necessarily concerned with efficiency. So I think we're just going to keep driving forward on trying to get as much MP as possible. All right, y'all. So going to do like a small yap sesh slash forge slash gaming session here. While we work on doing a little bit and we talk a little bit about what exactly I plan to do from here on out. So the enchanted obsidian grind is coming along nicely. We're going to keep doing that slowly, but the importance of a tree cap is so low at the moment that I decided it's not worth dedicating too much time to. So I think a big part of what I want to do next is going to be going after ores, right? So obviously I've got the large enchanted mining sack, which has just been so nice to have. But this is going to make my ore grinding just so much easier. I'm going to look into some of the sources of easy fortune that I haven't gone for, perhaps do a little hardstone mining, etc., so that I can get my hands on a decent setup for mining ores is going to be a really big one. We're also going to want to get iron, redstone, gold. There's so much that you need to forge a 355. Of course, if you look over here, boom. 6 golden plates, 8 refined titanium, 8 refined mithril, and a drill motor, plus a fuel canister. So that's like, you know, this is coal. That's, you know, that's that. And then the drill motor as well, geez, if I can click on it, is redstone, iron block, and more gold from golden plates. Then you need 6 whole-ass golden plates. So we're going to be doing a lot of gold grinding, a lot of diamond grinding in the near future here. So gonna want some sources of early mining fortune because it's just so useful. I don't know if that means really going full in on trying to get gemstones at this point. Perhaps the approach of putting scraped on a drill or like a pickaxe and going in on it is a good move. I'm gonna have to do a little research in that regard. But gonna focus in a little bit more on mining here. Still gonna keep up that sort of random progression, doing whatever I want aspect of things. But then on top of that, I do want to zero in just like my focus a tiny bit more than I have in the past. Just because I think it's gonna be really beneficial to do a ton of mining, because that's gonna uncap my combat. And I mean that in the form that MP is just going to become much easier to gain when I have a ton of money. And then I can grind out those easy collections, buy any NPC items, etc. So I'm finding myself repeatedly bottle capped by pure gold, and so I feel like the first thing that I want to do is remove that bottle cap. And in order to do that, I think that going for pure gold or pure diamonds after I have a really good mining setup is going to be the move. Of course, I know that farming helps a lot with the early game setup, but I really enjoy mining, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons as to why I'm going to continue to do it. I get definitely that farming is the best move in this scenario, and honestly, I probably will continue to work towards getting higher farming in the future. You might even see me do garden in an upcoming episode, but regardless, mining is on the table for the near future, and it's going to stay that way for sure. I do want to work on my minion slots, so that'll be the biggest distraction that I have from mining related things. But who knows what the future holds. For now, I think what you're going to see immediately is just a lot of working on Hotum, a lot of working on grinding out those ores. And that's pretty much going to be the chunk of the content for next episode, I think. I'm sure I'll have to come up with like some funny ore-related pun for me to make the name of the next episode. But yeah, I'm going to casually keep the recorder running and, definitely not doing anything special in any way. I'm just kind of going to the lava springs because it's like that'd be chill of me. Here we are. Please mine. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's out of fuel. I know better. I don't know better. Let's try it again. Let's try to be all cheeky, like, hey, let's get this like little bit in where I like, haha, like I run over and I fucking finish the commission, and then a special thing happens and it's like, wow, great job, you did it. But instead I managed to forget to refuel my drill, run to the wrong area of the forge, and then just like fumble it completely. All right, awesome. Anyway, oh, there's already somebody up there. People will be like, why don't you play efficiently? This is pretty much why. I just happen to... My life is a series of mishaps that stumble in the correct direction. Trust. It'll work out for the best in the end. There it is, boys. Commissions milestone, tier 3. I get 400,000 fucking mining XP. It's gonna go right into the Mithril Golem, and more importantly, oh, God bless, the 3rd commission slot. Of course, the 4th is gonna be even better, but for now, we're gonna be happy and content that we can get 2 slots clogged up by fucking worthless raid events or Mithril Powder events instead of actually something that I can do. But hey, that's life, right? Let's claim this mining experience milestone. Oh, yeah. See, how close does that put us to the next mining level? So close. That will definitely be happening soon. Very exciting to get that much closer to mining 30. Love to see that Mithril Golem leveled up too. And yeah, that's pretty beneficial on the Skyblock XP too. Definitely enjoying going after Skyblock XP at least half-assedly. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap the video. I really enjoyed making this one. There's been sort of a lot of the randomness in my approach to this video, but as I mentioned in the previous clip, we'll really be locking in a lot when it comes to mining in the close future. So look forward to significant Hotum gains in the next episode. I have been very, 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 very busy with real life stuff lately, and so I've had almost no time to record clips other than the few that you've seen in here. And so the progress has only been maybe somewhere between 8 and 12 hours of gameplay. So really not enough to put together anything crazy substantial, but still wanted to get some good content out there and wanted to get it a little bit longer for you guys this time so that you could see a little bit more of the grinds that I do, a little bit more of sort of what I like to yap about sometimes in sort of this longer clip with me mining. And yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you're looking forward to further gains and look forward to me actually having more free time to play this game. I'm super excited. I appreciate y'all for watching. It's been an absolute blast to make this video for you, and I'll catch you guys next time.